Roman Reigns' new enforcer and right-hand man to appear. 2 names to betray OTC. 4 predictions for the Bloodline Saga after WWE SmackDown. While Roman Reigns was absent from the latest episode of WWE SmackDown, the show saw his arch-rival, Solo Sikoa, return for the first time since his loss against the OTC in Tribal Combat. However, the self-proclaimed leader of the new Bloodline walked out on his faction. This left the fans, along with Fatu and Tonga, confused. Solo's walkout could be the start of a fresh chapter in this riveting Bloodline saga, and it will be interesting to see how things progress from here. On that note, here are 4 bold predictions for the Bloodline storyline after the latest episode of SmackDown. Fatu and Tonga could ruin Roman Reigns' acknowledgement ceremony. Roman Reigns is set to be acknowledged as the undisputed tribal chief of the Bloodline on the January 27th episode of Raw. However, things may not end well for the OTC on the show, as he could be interrupted by the new Bloodline after Solo Sikoa walked out on his team. Fatu could take over the leash of the new Bloodline in the coming days. The Samoan werewolf, along with Tonga, could interrupt Roman Reigns' acknowledgement ceremony, launching a brutal attack on him. This potential angle could lead to a massive reunion. More on this in the next point. Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso could save the OTC. Fatu and Tonga's potential interference in Roman Reigns' acknowledgement ceremony could lead to Jimmy Uso showing up to make the save. However, Big Jim may fall victim to the new Bloodline's numbers advantage. This could then lead to Solo Sikoa returning to make the save. The Street Champion could turn face by showing up to help the OTC against the heels. Following that, Jimmy and Solo could acknowledge Reigns as the undisputed tribal chief. While Big Jim could be the new right-hand man, Solo could take his place back as the enforcer of Reigns' bloodline. There have been speculations about a potential match between Reigns and the final boss at WrestleMania this year. While the High Chief may have honored the OTC with the Ula Fala on Raw's debut on Netflix, he could turn on Roman to lay down the breadcrumbs for the rumored Mania match. The final boss could make a surprise appearance in the Rumble and eliminate Roman. Much to the shock of fans, The Rock could betray Roman Reigns. Following Roman Reigns' win against Solo Sikoa, Paul Heyman declared that the OTC will enter the 2025 Royal Rumble in his quest to regain the undisputed WWE title. However, Reigns may fail to win the high-stakes bout due to interference from The Rock. Paul Heyman could also turn on the OTC. Rumors of Paul Heyman betraying Roman Reigns have been doing the rounds on the internet for quite some time. While nothing has come of it yet, things may finally change in the coming days. As fans must be aware, Heyman has a history of betraying his clients. If The Rock, who is the High Chief of the Bloodline and a member of the TKO Board of Directors, turns on Reigns, Heyman could side with the power, joining forces with the final boss. The WWE Hall of Famer betraying Roman for The Rock would not only draw a lot of eyeballs, but also spice things up in the Bloodline saga. This week's on WWE SmackDown, Jimmy Uso made an effort to establish himself as a singles competitor by attempting to defeat Carmelo Hayes. While he came close to succeeding, the new Bloodline members intervened, ultimately destroying Big J. In this article, we will explore 5 potential directions for Jimmy Uso following this week's events on the Blue Brand. Jimmy Uso could announce his entry in the Men's Royal Rumble match. WWE Royal Rumble 2025 is the next premium live event for the company, and the traditional Rumble match has already witnessed many big-name declarations. To solidify his position, it's possible that Jimmy Uso could soon declare his entry for the over-the-top rope battle royale. By entering the Men's Royal Rumble match, the former tag team champion will have the opportunity to showcase to the world that he can do much more than just being an OG Bloodline member. Big Jim might unexpectedly cost Jey Uso at Saturday Night Main Event. Before Jimmy Uso's match against Carmelo Hayes, the former NXT North American champion mocked Jimmy by claiming he works in Jey Uso's shadow. One unexpected direction following this development could be Jimmy turning heel out of nowhere and deciding to cost Jey Uso his match against Gunther at WWE Saturday Night's Main Event. This action could stem from jealousy, as he might wonder how the YET Master is getting a world title shot in WWE, while Jimmy isn't receiving similar opportunities. Jimmy could request Adam Pearce to join the WWE Raw brand. The transfer window concept allows stars to shift brands in the Stanford-based promotion. During this week's SmackDown, Rey Mysterio was subtly transferred to the blue brand from WWE Raw. However, with the red brand now available on Netflix, Jimmy USO could request Adam Pearce to join Monday Night Raw, shifting from SmackDown. The rationale behind this could be Jimmy's desire for a bigger platform than Friday nights to elevate his status in the company as a single star. Additionally, with Jey USO already part of WWE Raw, this move could open the possibility for a full-time reunion of the Usos in the near future. The Samoan twin could turn on Roman Reigns for a major reason. Roman Reigns has finally regained the Ula Fala from Solo Sikoa. But despite this, the recent SmackDown episode showed that the new bloodline hasn't left Jimmy USO alone. The attack from Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga implies that in the upcoming episodes, the Samoan twin could be in the sights of the Bloodline 2.0 members that if Roman doesn't support or aid Big Jim against the new bloodline, it could lead to Jimmy turning on the original tribal chief. The 39-year-old star could express how Roman has become a selfish figure after reclaiming power and isn't there to aid his OG bloodline members when they need him most. A reunion with Solo Sikoa to take down Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga after Solo Sikoa's walkout on the recent SmackDown. Jacob Fatu's reaction has been intriguing, as fans believe the Samoan werewolf feels disrespected. As a result, the monstrous bloodline member could soon turn against Solo and abandon him from the faction in WWE. If this scenario unfolds, it's possible that Jimmy USO could decide to reunite with his former enforcer to take down Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga. This could also set up a tag team match between them in the near future. Earlier, when Solo was with the OG bloodline, he played the role of the enforcer for the faction members. He even aided the Usos multiple times to secure their title reign and win several matches. So, it wouldn't be a surprise if Solo and Jimmy reunited once again after Sikoa is potentially kicked out by Jacob and Tama Tonga. WWE News and Rumor Roundup. Major Star has been officially replaced by the company. Unseen footage of Rhea Ripley, Roman Reigns update. Welcome to the WWE News and Rumor Roundup for January 19th, 2025. In today's edition, we'll look at topics about Rhea Ripley and Roman Reigns. WWE releases unseen footage of The Rock and Rhea Ripley. A behind-the-scenes video from the WWE Raw premiere on Netflix has emerged, featuring many top superstars. Interestingly, The Rock met Rhea Ripley ahead of her title match that night. Ripley, who went on to win the Women's World Championship, received some words of encouragement from the Hollywood megastar. "Sorry, I don't want to bother you.